In the turbulent world of Port Charles, where secrets smolder just beneath the surface and alliances are as fragile as glass, the week of June 23 sets the stage for another devastating series of emotional and political upheavals. The lives of several characters intersect in ways that none of them expected, and the fallout may change the town's landscape forever. As Nina Reeves grapples with the haunting consequences of her past, Drew Kane faces a reckoning of his own. But while their stories appear to dominate the headlines, another thread is quietly being woven in the shadows, one involving Emma Scorpio Drake and a deceptive mission that could expose everyone to danger. Nina has weathered many storms, but what's coming may be the one that finally breaks her. For months, she's walked a tightrope of remorse, secrecy, and strained hope that she might someday repair the damage to her relationship with her daughter, Willow Tate. But hope turns brittle when she discovers that Drew, the man she once tried to compartmentalize as a fleeting mistake, is now planning to propose to Willow. And Willow, naive, emotionally exhausted, and hungry for stability, is likely to accept. The news doesn't just rattle Nina's composure, it guts her. She understands too well that once the engagement is announced, her tenuous place in Willow's life may become even more conditional, more transactional. But worse than the possibility of being shut out is the knowledge that this engagement is built on a lie, hers and Drew's. There are whispers that Nina may try to sabotage the marriage, but the cost of doing so would be catastrophic. It would confirm every fear Willow ever had about her. And yet, remaining silent might seal Willow's fate to a manipulator who is far more dangerous than he appears. Drew's sudden urgency for marriage is beginning to look less like love and more like strategy. He doesn't want to build a life with Willow, he wants to control the narrative of her life and bind her in a commitment that she won't be able to untangle once the truth comes out. If Nina chooses to stay silent, she protects herself. If she speaks, she risks everything. Either way, the storm is coming. Elsewhere, Tracy Quartermaine is keeping her cards close, but the pressure building around her may push her to play a hand that could topple everything. Drew has underestimated her resilience and her long memory. If he continues to press her, to try to maneuver her like a pawn, Tracy may retaliate by exposing his involvement with Nina, whether out of revenge or simply as a surgical strike to protect the Quartermaine legacy. And if that revelation happens at the altar, it could be one of Port Charles's most dramatic weddings yet, a ceremony turned battlefield, with vows and lies bleeding into each other before stunned witnesses. But Drew's problems don't stop there. Curtis Ashford has taken a renewed interest in Drew's activities, suspecting that there's more going on than meets the eye. Portia Robinson, still entangled in complications from the past and Curtis's decisions, could find herself caught in the crossfire. Curtis, increasingly tormented by his own moral compromises, may be looking for a redemptive act, and unmasking Drew may be his path to it. Michael Corinthos, ever observant, has warned Curtis about what happens when you start down a road of dangerous alliances. Curtis may be close to learning the hard way that Michael's instincts are rarely wrong. At the center of this hurricane is a quieter storm, Emma Scorpio Drake. Underestimated by many and ignored by most, Emma has been playing a long game. Her involvement with an animal rights organization is not just activism, it's a carefully constructed cover for something deeper. Vaughn, the mysterious new recruit tied to Jocelyn Jacks, is slipping into Emma's orbit under false pretenses. Posing as a kindred spirit, Vaughn hopes to earn Emma's trust and neutralize her suspicions before she uncovers the truth behind Professor Henry Dalton's covert activities. What Vaughn doesn't know is that Emma already suspects the game he's playing. She's not naive, she's calculated. Jocelyn, for her part, is caught between attraction and suspicion. Her connection with Vaughn may have begun as part of a mission, a ruse to play into his charm and distract him from Jason Morgan's investigation. But the lines are beginning to blur. Are her feelings real? Is his interest genuine? Jason's renewed presence in Port Charles, and his cooperation with Anna Devane in surveilling Dalton, adds pressure to an already volatile situation. And Carly, ever protective, is beginning to voice her concerns that Jocelyn may be in over her head, not just emotionally, but physically. As these storylines twist tighter, the town begins to feel like a powder keg waiting for a spark. Nina's inner collapse is reaching critical mass. Drew's arrogance may soon meet its undoing. Curtis, Michael, and Tracy are drawing their battle lines. And in the middle of it all, Emma is preparing to strike from the shadows, just as Vaughn believes he's fooled her completely. Port Charles thrives on secrets, but this week, some of them will finally be dragged into the light. And once the truth begins to unravel, no one will be left untouched.